Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the August 26th Al-Anon readings, Encouraged to Change, and a Little Time for Myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I will take a moment and look this over. The question is, how do I recognize when my expectations are too high? What do I do about it? And this person talks about the similarities between starting to learn a new language and coming to Al-Anon, and how we all need to give ourselves time to learn and to practice what we learn. Today's reminder: we can be satisfied with our progress and know that our program is something that we will always continue to incorporate into our lives and practice. The quote is from the Just for Tonight bookmark. We can find peace in knowing that we're doing the best we can and that our goal is progress, not perfection. How do I recognize when my expectations are too high? What do I do about it? How do I recognize when my expectations are too high? Probably when I start to form a resentment, or when I start to feel really insecure, like things are out of control. It could be because I've set an expectation that's not realistic, and what do I do about it? I can change my expectation, and I can think about the parts of the situation that I can be grateful for. That's pretty much it. I mean, because I haven't mentioned like a specific situation, so. But if I were to bring up like a specific situation, I might have other things to add to it. All right, I'm going to take a minute and look this over. Excellent quote. Okay. This is about denial and how it's very common for people who come to Al-Anon to have practiced some level of denial in their lives, mostly as a way to cope with all the different things that were happening. So when we come to Al-Anon, we learn ways that we learn healthier ways to cope. We have the support of our fellowship, we have the tools, and we feel that we can really face what we're dealing with. Today's reminder: we're always doing the best that we can. We can look back to ourselves of who we were in the past with compassion and recognize our progress now. And the quote is from Catherine Mansfield. I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna quote the whole thing. I'm not gonna like say it word for word. But I am going to say word for word the first part of it because it's my favorite part and it's great. Here it is. Regret is an appalling waste of energy. I love that. I've also heard something similar, which is that worry is an amazing waste of an imagination. Worry is an amazing waste of a creative mind, or something like that. So I just love the idea that we are part of such a gentle, compassionate, loving program. And I love the reminder that we're all doing the best we can. And even though that may be, someone's best may be unacceptable to me until I realize in my head that it doesn't matter what I think, they're doing the best they can and that's just what it is for them right now. Like I just said, what's true, it's true. What's true is true. They're doing what they can. And I've said this before, I know for a fact that I am always doing the best I can. It looks different on different days. It looks different parts of the day. It's not that I'm always thrilled with whatever I do or et cetera, but the fact remains, I know without a shred of doubt that I am definitely doing the best I can every day. I never have any shame or guilt about that because I know I'm doing my best. I also know that that might not work for people. That's totally separate. I know in myself that I'm doing the best I can. That's a good place for me because I didn't even know that I could have thoughts like that in the days before Al-Anon. I never even thought ideas like that. I don't know how else to describe it. I think that Al-Anon helped me to think about things that I never knew that I never knew would be helpful for me to think about, and that would make my life happier and easier and fuller and richer. So it's such Al-Anon is such an amazing thing that is accessible to everyone. And I love that too. That's a lot to be grateful for. We'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.